Well, Janet Protasiewicz has won the Supreme Court election in Wisconsin. This is big, as I mentioned to you yesterday on yesterday's show. Democracy was on the ballot, with the context that after the 2020 election, the same court only upheld Biden's win in the state by one vote. And so now Janet Protasiewicz can stand with our democratic process on that court. And abortion rights, so important. And it's yet another example of how when abortion rights are on the ballot, people turn out for abortion rights, and that's exciting. I'm going to get to Dan Kelly's, the conservative candidate, his concession speech, I guess, even though it's just him talking about how he doesn't want to have to concede to Janet Protasiewicz, which he is, admitting he lost, but he's talking about how horrible she is. And I'll show you that in just a bit. Humiliating, just no character on his part. But take a look at this from NBC News. She trounced him 55.5% to 44.5%. There was an expectation that Dan Kelly could pull this through, could win. And she more than 10 points beat him. That is so beautiful, at least where 96.9% of the vote is in. And we'll get to her acceptance speech in a second, but here is Dan Kelly saying this.
And it brings me no joy to say this. I wish that in a circumstance like this, I would be able to concede to a worthy opponent. But I do not have a worthy opponent to which I can concede. This was the most deeply deceitful, dishonorable, despicable campaign I have ever seen run for the courts.
Who knows what he's talking about, but wow, yet another example of this right-wing, this unique part of the right-wing ideology that causes an incapability to concede respectfully and with dignity and character. But here is Janet Protasiewicz declaring victory.
Finally, to the people of this beautiful state of Wisconsin, I thank you. Today's results mean two very important and special things. Yes. First, it means that Wisconsin voters have made their voices heard. Yes. They've chosen to reject partisan extremism in this state. And second, it means our democracy will always prevail. Too many have tried to overturn the will of the people. Today's results show that Wisconsinites believe in democracy and the democratic process. So finally to the...
And then just a little bit more here.
As you all know, our state motto is forward. And today I am proud that we are going to be able to live up to our motto. Our state is taking a step forward to a better and brighter future where our rights and freedoms will be protected.
A good day for Wisconsin, good day for the country in regard to this. And just to smush into this segment a couple other bits of good news. There was another race in Chicago, the Chicago mayoral election here from Yahoo News. Former union organizer Brandon Johnson has been elected as Chicago's next mayor in a victory widely seen as a boost for progressive Democrats. We'll likely talk more about that later on. And then additionally, just back-to-back good news, Governor Gretchen Whitmer in Michigan has repealed a 1931 abortion ban that was still on the books. A state judge had ruled it unconstitutional, and voters in the state of Michigan had voted yes on a constitutional amendment to protect reproductive rights. But here is Gretchen Whitmer officially signing this repeal into law, or officially repealing the law. We'll skip forward. So when they're for abortion rights as well, and I'll actually read a little bit here from ABC News. The Michigan legislature, this was before Governor Whitmer signed the repeal into law, has voted to repeal a nearly century-old law criminalizing abortion. And it talks a little bit about it there. And the law that was on the books made a felony punishable by up to 4 years in prison or a fine of $5,000, administering drugs that induce a miscarriage unless the mother's life is in danger. So it gets rid of that. Michigan voters have voted on a constitutional amendment, yes, to protect reproductive rights. We have the win in Wisconsin, a win in the Chicago mayoral race. Just in case you feel like we're not having any good news, there is a little bit of it.